Hello colorists, it is Bex here and we're going to do the pink shelf. So let's just get straight into it. So let's use our darkest pink. And so we have number 183 or 33? 133, the magenta anyway. And let's start with, we'll go for a darker kind of colour on this end one. So I'm just going to colour on the left hand side. With this one. And we'll just do it so that like the light's coming from the left. You don't have to have the light source coming from from the same place every single time. There we go. Make those bits darker, I think. Then we'll go, this will be a common combination by the way that I use. So then we're going to go for the fuchsia 123. It's a really nice one, this is. It's a real colour of the 1980s fuchsia. Well, it always reminds me of the 1980s. But for those of us who remember the 80s, my teenage years. And I'm going right over the magenta as well. It's just to bring out the pink in the magenta because it can be slightly too purpley and I really want this to be pink. And then we're going to go for the next one, which will be like a lighter pink. So this is Rose Carmine 124. Now this one I'm going to go a little bit lighter. Not go over so much. This is really just to take it into a very nice light pink at the edge. So trying to blend that into the fuchsia very lightly just by going over the very edge of it. And then on the edge of this we're then going to go really light, probably the lightest pink that we have. Beige red, totally not pink. No, it is pink. Look at that, that's pink, beige red. There we go, and this one again, just slightly over the edge of the last colour. There we go, so it looks like the light's coming from there. Now these ones, we've gone with the darker one under there because there'll be lots of shadow. So for these down bits, we do just slightly, I think this is the number 124, the rose one. And then just go for that lighter beige red. Oh, pressing quite firmly, going over it all so it blends. Job done. And this middle part here, actually what I might do this middle part here is just go over it all with that beige, and we'll do something with our fine liners on that one. And the bottom we'll do fine liners. So for my fine liners, let's go for our darkest fine liners. This is number 61 in the Tri-Plus. And we'll just colour the bottom base fully. And do the two lines. And now we're going to outline in this colour, which is the darkest one. Oops. There we go. And now the middle bit there, actually I'll do the two lines. do the bottom of the top line in this, and then we'll just go one down, so number 20, which is just a slightly more medium pink. Just gonna do a little line just next to that dark line, just to make the little look, so they look like tiles kind of standing out. And then right in the centre, we're just going to do a little dot. We might have to attack it with the silver pen a bit later, but for now that will do. There we go. Then let's make these little flowers quite bright. I think because they're not that big, we can go straight in with the fine liners. So let's stick with that one we were just using actually. So number 20. So if we outline So I'm going over a couple of times here because when I've done the background, I've actually, well, you can see parts of it then, I've actually kind of gone over the petals a bit. So you need a couple of passes with the fine liner, sort of cut through the pencil colour. Just cleaning the fine liner off there. You know all about that now, because by the time you've got to this one, you're at old hand. I'll just do little lines, little lines, there. Now if we go with the lightest pink fine liner, number 21 in the Tri Plus. Colour that in. And with the green, it's so thin, so we'll just go straight. I haven't got my green ready, but we'll go straight with the light ones. Number 51, Tri Plus. It's not worth doing any pencil on this because it's so narrow. A couple of times over. There we go. Lovely. So the next one. I think we'll do a lot lighter. We might try and do you remember back on the red shelf where we sort of went round with a pink? So let's go for a darker kind of shade. Let's go for this rosy kind of one. What's that? Pink Carmine, number 127. So remember on the one we did at the shelf, let's go for darker pink over the lines to make this bit stand out, and then we'll go for sort of dark around the bottom and the top, and then lighter over the top of this. Oh, you'll see what I mean. Now somewhere like here where I've gone over the edge there, you could actually sort of get a rubber and rub that out, or just use your pencil and try and cover it up, try and go over it a bit. Because I'm going to do this darker pink just at the top and just at the bottom, I can probably cover most of it. I'm just going to do this darker pink just at the bottom. Then we'll go down one, so we're going to go down to Coral. 131, and I'm just going to do small circles, pressing fairly firmly. And what I want to do is press fairly firmly and go right down, just leaving a little white space around the top, like so. I'm not going right onto the swirls, I'm just leaving a little white space. because then I'm going to get the really light one that we had before, the beige red in those pink, beige red 132, and very lightly fill in the white. It's my dog at the door. Hold on a second. Come in then. Good boy. Then I'm going to get the pink one that we did before, number 20, like that medium pink, and just outline that. And only go over once. I just want to define the line, make it a bit crisper. There we go. And then I'm going to go over this. Job done. And then the little flowers, we've already used that one, haven't we? So should we go a bit darker on this one? Let's go back to that one that we used there, the magenta. Just do that one where we do it darker in the center, and then we can do a lighter one as we go out. And we'll outline with the darker fine liner that we used on this one as well. What colour? Let's go a pretty light one. So let's go to the pink Madder Lake 129. And I'm just concentrating on the edges, trying not, it's quite hard when it's so small, but trying not to get over too much the other part. So I quite like, I want it to not blend perfectly. Although it's so small, it probably doesn't make too much difference. I'm trying to be a bit quicker this time as well, because it takes so long. Tell you what, when I started doing all this YouTube stuff, I didn't realise how long everything took. I've probably said that before. Right, there we go. Now I'm going to get this one, number 61, and just add on those little flowers. Might as well make the centre that colour, because that's where the fine line was going in the middle. We're going to sort of be that colour anyway, eh? There we go. We just want a bit of green now, maybe a darker green. So let's grab the standard green, number 5. Yeah, number 5. Just do a very plain green stem. Done. Right, let's move on to this taller vase here. Should we go for, let's go for a much lighter one. So let's see how light we can get. So that one went for the light pink. Let's use that coral, and we'll use that beige red as well, those two. Isn't that nice colour combination? So let's use those two on this one. So because you've got a, I'm going to have to press quite firm there because I've gone over on there. So let's make the top bit that coral colour. And then I'm going to do equal parts of this colour on both sides. Just smooth it around there, the edge. This bottom's a bit weird, but so let's assume this section's darker, and maybe this is just we go. Right, now come in with the lighter one, the beige red. And I want to just use, because I only want to use these 2 pencils. It'll be quite firm where it touches and blends into that rose one as I go around. And then going into the centre, I'm going to go a lot lighter, like with pressure. So I'm pressing quite firmly here where I want it to blend, and then as I go into the centre I'm taking the pressure off, and you can see it's lighter. Okay, now with the leaves I've actually got this colour, 0.88, so now we're talking Stabilo number 26. And that's the colour of the lid. I'm not quite sure what the colour is called, but we're going to try it now. So let's outline with this one. It looks kind of like a, well, the lid looks like a kind of a salmony colour. So a bit more like the darker pink colour. And it's not a very strong colour, it's not like leaving a really strong colour over the black lines. It does still define it, so we still do it. Even when you feel like it's not actually adding lots of colour, it does still do something. Even if it's only darkening the line. There we go. Right then, so let's go over these and we'll colour them in. There we go. Oh, it's a bit it is kind of like a salmony colour, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. I might attack that with a silver pen at some point, but yeah, that's okay. Maybe actually, let's just try and get a bit clever, she says. That's always the thing I say before it all goes horribly wrong. So number 8829, which is this kind of lightishy rose pink. Well, that's how it looks anyway. Here it is. Let's just see what happens if I outline with that. Just give it a bit of colour variation. I haven't made that much difference, but that'll do. Okay, let's do the big plants, and let's go. Should we stick with this kind of lightish theme? So, oh, not use the pen first, let's use the, so let's start with a nice lighter pink. Let's use this one, we haven't used this one yet. Have we? Oh, Pink Madder, we have used this one, but I'll use this one again, 129. So let's just do a lightish, rosy kind of light pink. Following the lines that Johanna has given us. Dark in the centre. Dark at the edge there where there might be a little bit more shadow. You know the drill. And then we're going to go with one. I'm just having a look at the pinks that might go with this. Let's go with yeah, a little bit light. So this is the salmon, only because I'm picking up the salmon from here. And I'm actually going to go over the pink a little bit because it's a little bit rosy, and take that up to the edge. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm using sort of medium pressure, I would say, on this. So sort of allowing some of that paper white to come through. and layering the salmon over the rose. So you can see how it's still showing, but it's not dominating. And then for the very end, we're going to use that light beigey red one. I'm just going to do the tips of each petal. So starting with the tips and blending backwards. There we go. Now outline, and let's see what difference it makes. Let's go for the, I'm not going to do the salmon, I'm going to do that nice rosy pink one in the Stablo 88, so number 29. Just clean the pen off. Oh, I might have slipped there, I might not. No one's looking. Shh. There we go. Just go. Oh, I haven't coloured that bottom bit in, have I? Were you shouting at the screen? Bex, you haven't coloured the bottom bit in. It's been a long day at work today. It's a Tuesday night. I've literally just got back in from work. And I promised a couple of people I'd get this done, so I really need to do it. But I might not be thinking quite straight. Just colour that in like that. And where's my light green? So we'll go with the green 51. There we go. Right. Oh, look at the little plant pot there. Now we've gone dark, kind of medium light, so let's go dark again. Hopefully, if you've followed a couple of shelves, you could almost do this yourself once you've looked at the colours at the start of the video that I put in, because it's the same kind of thought process or technique as I go through. And yeah, the idea being that you can then take it and use it elsewhere. So sorry that I used to use magenta and now I'm going to use my fuchsia. I'm just using the two colours and pressing very firmly. I really want depth of colour. There we go. And let's and I've just got number 1, 2, 4 rows just on the outside of this one. Oh. Now I'm using dark, so let's go for the darkest one, number 61. we go. Let me do some little dots down there because we can. There we go. And green number 5 just for there. Right then, let's go on to this one here. So let's go for a nice kind of mixed light and dark one. Let's go. Should start with the fuchsia and maybe do the lines of fuchsia. Then go for the rose one again. Number 1, 2, 4. And let's do, so with that one, let's do the salmon 130 very lightly as the sort of second colour with that rose. And then what we'll do is we're going to take number, you know, that nice combo of that one and that, oh, that one and that one that we used for the big one. So we're going to take number 131 coral. And then we're going to take our beige red. I'm pressing quite firmly for that one. And what's happened with this one, I wanted more variation on this one. I wanted that one to be a bit pinker. So I'm actually going to go back with my fuchsia. So number 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to make that a little bit pinker. They're going very lightly over both the colours. And if I do the same consistencies, they're not pressing too hard over both of them, that bottom one will pick up slightly darker. There we go. And just see the difference it makes. It just makes that a little bit, it's looking too similar to the salmony one. Press a bit firmer there. And I didn't want it, I wanted it to look pinker. There we go, that's better. Lovely. So now I'm going to take a medium pink, I think. So I will take number 20 and just outline all of that. Oops. Now, because that's so light, I'm just going to colour it in the darker one because the Silver won't pick up necessarily. Excuse me. It might, but might not. So on these top ones here, I think that's going to be green, isn't it? So I might do these. Fineliners. Did you hear my big Rottweiler boy then have a big sigh like, oh, she's colouring again. Oh. And let's do a few dots, take the colour up. And then we can just go over with one of the lighter pinks. So if we go over with number 21. And the green should be fairly light, I think, because the things we've used are light. So I'm going to grab a green pencil, which I haven't got out, but so this is May Green 170. And I'm just going to lightly go over it. And on this bit, I'm just going to leave a little bit of white. You don't always have to colour all of it. Be quite effective. A bit too much white on that bit there. There we go. Next outline with the fine liner. Do a bit of Beck's lining. I had some feedback actually the other day. Someone messaged me. Thank you. Can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head now, but they were just saying they can't believe they've started Beck's lining or outlining with the fine liners, and they can't believe the difference it makes. It really does. So that's good to get that feedback. I want to start a fine liner revolution. Pencils and fine liners on every picture. There we go. Right, on to the next one. What we're going to do with the stripy one. Let's have a look. We would use the darker one there. Let's do dark and light. So start with magenta. And then it's going to be all there we go. And then we'll use the fuchsia for the second side of that. And then maybe fuchsia starter of this side. Oh, a couple of, oh, I did that a bit wrong, eh? Okay, what we'll have to do here, do this one here. Okay, let's go for a lighter pink. So we'll go for the pink madder 129. And that one I've not done enough fuchsia, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. And that one. And then this one, I'll do that madder, pink madder. And then use my beige one, my beige red. Quite firmly over it. There we go. Now for outlining, we'll go with the darkest colour, so we're going to use 61. Excuse me, I'll open the door. So go from the darkest one. And slip there, but don't worry, it's okay. People don't look that close. There we go. Oops, look at that. Oh God, Becky. That a bit thicker. Okay. We'll definitely be doing some dots on that one, I think. And these little round ones up here, we've got another one round one here. What I like to do with these ones is actually do the fine liner part first sometimes. This probably looks like an actual real flower. I don't know the name. We'll do the round parts first. And then colour in. What I might do on this one, because it's a very small area, so we're going to use the pink 221, so the neon pink tri-plus fine liner. And you can literally just colour straight over. There we go. And the green, let's go with the olivey green. So let's use number 86. Oh, is that a grey? No, that's a grey. We don't want number 86. Sorry, I picked the wrong one. Number 57. Just checking if you're paying attention. Yeah. No, I just got it wrong. There we go. On to the next one, the little jug. That just screams rainbow there, but we can't use rainbow because we have to only use pinks, because the whole point is that it's a limited palette. So let's grab, they're quite fine bits, those as well. So I'm actually going to grab fine liners and do this bottom part in fine liners. So this is the magenta. Then we're going to go the number 20, like the medium pink. And we will go number 21, which is the very, very light pink. And then we're going to go neon again, 221, neon. And what we can do on those slightly darker ones Oh, wrong one, sorry. Take a shade darker than the one you want to go over. So this is the magenta number 61. And very, very lightly just do a couple of dots. Never have enough dots. And again, a shade lighter on those. There we go. Right, now for the top bit we can use a bit of pencil before we outline. And probably because we've gone so dark there, keep it quite medium. So maybe do a, let's go with that rosy kind of colour. Number 1, 2, 4. I'm just going to go around and just take the shade up, not from left to right, but going from bottom to top, a bit different. This top bit I'll do left to right. And get a slightly, go with that salmon, is it? Yep, the salmon. And then the beige red, the really light one. An outline in the medium pink, I think. And also outline, even though you've done that in fineliner, still outline in the, particularly the top parts. These bits here, definitely need to outline. That one done. And then, those little flowers there, should we go with this pink that we're already using anyway? Now that's so thin, you're not going to get too much graduation or anything on there, so I'm just going to do block colouring. Nice and simple. There we go, and let's go for a darker green, so number 5, the little stems. I'll colour that as a background there, but I actually think it's leaf looking at it now. So I'm going to colour it as leaf. And then I'm going to get number 51 fine liner, because I'm going to go over pencil. There we go. Corrected that mistake. Okay, cool. That's quite bright actually. Hey Belly. Okay, so let's get to this little pot here. You can still see. Maybe go well, if we look at this one here, that's gonna be a little bit darker. So let's go really light here, shall we? Let's go really light. So let's use the coral. And then the beige red. Oh, they're nice colours, aren't they? And then I'm just going to lightly colour those, because we're going to do some dots on those. And then I'm going to go around it, maybe with the pink rather than the salmon. So the pink 21. Quite a few times to get any kind of colour, because it's so light. And then we'll just do tiny little dots. No. Okay, now the flower in the middle there, because we've gone so sort of light with that, I'll keep with the theme. Let's try, we just do, so I'm just using the same fine liner now, that very light pink. I'm going to use 2 fine liners, so I'm now going to use, so that was number 21 Triplus. I'm now going to use this Stabilo number 29 just to outline. I go together quite well. Right, and keep with the light green, I think, the outside, and because there's quite a bit of leaf there, so let's use the May green was 70, and let's grab a slightly darker one. So I'm also going to use the green olive, permanent green olive 167. And then I'm going to go darker just at the bottom. Pressing quite firmly with this one because I want it to be quite dark. But there's not actually too much area that I'm colouring in. And then the May green. Just colouring at the end because I want the difference in the colours to show, although I don't think it's going to particularly well. Sometimes you put this effort into using 2 or 3 pencil colours and you go, why did I bother? Well, you can kind of tell. Didn't do a very good job on the background around there. I can touch that up after. So I'm just going to grab the lighter green to go around it, number 51. There we go. So now onto, oh look, now hang on, because this is where we have to correct stuff. So you see right there what I've done. See how the green, I haven't been, I need to just go over with that because I've kind of gone over with the green. I'm just going to darken the edge on the flowers to try and cover that faux pas. Mistake. That'll do. Okay, now let's get on to the funky one here. Now, what colour are we going to do this? So we've got a natural light. So it's a bit like these two, I suppose, but we could do a graduation going all the way up from the darkest to the lightest. Let's do that because I did that last time. So let's start with the really dark one. And we're just going to do black colour. Can maybe go mad with the silver paint in a bit. I'll get that out in a minute and we'll do a few dots here and there. Then we're going to go with our fuchsia. Now I'm pressing very firmly because I'm doing black colour here. Then we're going to go with our rose carmine 124. Then we're going to go with the coral 131. and then the very light one in the middle. Woohoo! Right, to outline, we're going to use different ones with this. So I'm going to use the darkest one to outline the darker bottom two. Then I'm going to go to the medium pink. Where's that one? There we go. So number 20. To outline the medium one. And then I'm going to go to that one, the Stabilo Salmony one, number 26. To outline the salmony one. So it's a bit different than what we normally do. We normally get the same fine liner and use it to outline them all. There we go. Right then. And I'm going to get the yeah, this one or the medium. No, I'll go medium. Let's do this one as well. So this is number 61. So that middle bit just is crying out for some dots. And then 1, 2 in that one, and then medium pink 20. And then just the light one in the middle. There we go. Ain't that pretty? Right then, so this big ball of flowers here, I think we're going to do similar to what we did here, but with slightly different colours. So I'm just going to go around the outside of all of these with the mid pink. So this is number 20. And you'll notice the ones in the middle here, where it's got no pencil over, I can just do one because there's no pencil kind of covering the paper, so the ink goes really well. But when I get to the edge here, I have to go around a couple of times because basically I'm going over pencil and it just doesn't pick up as well. I'm not being super careful here. You could probably do this a bit more carefully than I am. Something therapeutic about just going around lots of circles though. And then I'm going to colour this in with that really light pink, but again use the fine liner, number 21, which is why you can do the fine liner bit first. There we go. Right, to do the leaves. Let's go a little bit darker on the leaves. A bit darker in there, so we'll just go the should we go half and half? Why not? That just came to me when I was. Let's go half with the darker green, half with the light. Or outline with the slightly dark green, I think. Right, okay, onto the little one here. Which we'll do, I've got a nice light one, so let's go with the, I've got a couple of other pinks I haven't used yet, so we use these. So these pinks, medium purple, pink and light magenta, 125 and 119, so let's use these. So we'll just go dark going down. We can do the same on the top bit there. There we go. And go around with the darkest Tri-Plus. And just go over the lines that Johanna's already provided for us there. And then those flowers, let's go with a nice fuchsia, I think, a nice bright pink at the bottom. And then the pink madder at the top, all the way to the top. And we'll go over with the medium pinks, the number 20. And a few dots. And then we will use just the light green. So Tri-Plus number 51 on these ones. There we go. Okay, next one. Let's do it. So this one, let's do a few different shades, shall we? Let's do a bit of a dark bit and a bit of a random places, I think. So I'm going with the magenta one here, the dark one. I'll press quite firm on that one. That's only a smallish area. Then let's take the one we've just used. What's the middle purple pink? 125. Let's put that just at the bottom. And then take the light magenta that we just used. I'll take that up there. That looks nice actually, so should we do that at the top? Or do you think it's too? No, it's too like that one, isn't it? Okay, let's do different combo. Let's take our fuchsia. And let's do the fuchsia at the top, really firm, nice and bright. And then these two ones in the middle, let's use our nice combo of those for the biggest part. So that's the salmon. Just following the line around there. And then our beige, our lightest one, our beige red. And then for that little one at the top, what I think we used, let's use pink madder, rose madder, is it? We've got one here called Pink Carmine, the 127. We're going to use that once, and then we'll use the Pink Madder. Actually, that's too much like that one. So instead of Pink Madder, let's use the Salmon. It's too much like the magenta. That's better. Ah, so those two go really well together. So we'll maybe use those next. So to outline, oh, I haven't done the bottom. Let's just test these out that we've just used. Yeah, they do go together pretty well, so we'll use them. So for the outline, let's just go for a medium pink because we've got lots of different colours there, 20. So go for a medium that's going to go with all of them. Whoa, went right over there. I meant to do that. Honest, governor. Honest, honest. I can't tell if you don't. There we go, do a few dots on the top there. Just because we can. On that one. Let's do a couple on the bottom. Just because we can. There we go. Right then, so these flowers here, I haven't done any really dark ones for ages, so let's go for a couple of dark ones. We're going for the dark magenta. Oh, that is dark. And then let's go number, let's see what this magenta's, oh, it was called a light magenta. Oh my god, light magenta 119. So let's put that with this dark one. Oh yeah, that goes well. It should go well, they're colour the same name colours, they're both magenta. There you go. I'm just going to go back in with the dark magenta because I just want to make that blend a little bit better. I'm just going to go over it a little bit. There we go. And we're going to go round that with the dark one, so with number 61. Nice and quick. Do those little bits. And for the green, just get a nice dark green and we'll go straight. It's quite a thin one. Just use fineliners straight away. Job done. Right, little pot here. So yeah, so that combination, where's those roses? That one wasn't. So let's use this one. So this is number 127, Pink Carmine, and the Salmon 130. good combination. I'm going to get the medium pink, where is it there, to go through over it. 20. And those, yeah, let's do medium pink outline, a little love heart, and we'll get the neon pink on this one. Neon pink number 21. And we'll get the nice light green. Job done. Right. Onto some water, which we're going to have to do like a light pink. So we'll have to presume that they've, so I'm going to use this combo here. You're going to have to presume they've tinted their water, because we've only got pink. So I'll go around with the salmon and then the beige red. And that background I need to do a bit like the other blue ones. Should really be going over it with the background colour. But anyway, that top bit, let's make it a little bit darker. Where's my fuchsia? There's my fuchsia. A little bit darker. There. Right then, these little little flowers here. There's a little pinky ones. I can have a lighter centre. So I'm just going over with the fuchsia. I'm actually going to go in the centre with the light pink. And I'm going to go around the edge, medium pink. There we go. Okay, let's get the olive green. So I've not used it. Or should we use the olive? Let's use the olive green for that one, I think. Yeah, so let's just get the dark green then. We'll go number 5. Ooh. Now we can move on to this one. So with this one here, shall we go? We haven't done a really dark one for a while, so let's try this combo. Okay, so we have the magenta, the mid purple pink, and the light magenta. So I'm just doing like an L shape to the side and slightly across. Maybe this one. Taking it right across at the bottom. Straight up. Move that top bit. There we go. If we use the let's try something different and let's go with the neon pink for the middle lines. But then we'll use the dark magenta 61 for the outline. There we go. And rows of dots across there. Right then, we're welcome to do some dots. Did I outline this? I didn't outline this, did I? Have you been shouting at me? Becky, you didn't outline that one. I heard you, I heard you. There we go, that line now. This plant here, I think maybe the cactus here we're going to do pretty light. So maybe do this one, maybe a medium-y kind of colour. So let's go rose carmine. And then just straight to the real light one, the beige red. I want to outline it in that pink, the Stabilo pink, you know, the slightly lighter one, number 29. I'm going to go over this quite a bit. There's a pencil on there. So there we go. Right then, and we're gonna said we were gonna use the olive green, but that's quite a lot of green, quite a lot of pink in there. So let's take a bit of a pencil and we'll do it dark and then go a little bit lighter. There, and then dark, a little bit lighter. Then we'll go over with the olive green. What I'm thinking on this leaf, because of how wide it is, maybe do some lines on it. There we go. Right. The big pot, which is a very interesting pot, and I'm sure we're going to attack it with some eyeliners and stuff. Now this is definitely going to need a few different shades, so let's do a bit of a dark one at the bottom, and let's do a dark one here. And we'll make the bottom of the top do what we call it as well. Now let's go straight for the magenta, magenta fuchsia. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here with colouring kind of half a diamond, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what eventuates. It's all an experiment. Okay, now let's go for the next one down. So now we're going to go for the salmon. What we can do is salmon. Salmon can be this part here, across, and then oops, not there, it'll be right. And then we're going to go. Let's do this one. So what's the other? So let's go. So this is number 119. That's the lighter magenta. So I don't want to blend it too much. I quite like the jiggy jaggy rough edge. And then what colour do we want with that pink? Like a lighter pink, don't we? So let's go this one, which is the rose. Is this the? No, this is pink. Pink madder. Pink madder. And there we go. Then what's? I think there's only one colour we can do for the centre, and we'll go a nice beige red. There we go. Right, now what do I like and not like? I don't like the way that doesn't look like it's blending there, so I'm just gonna try and blend that in a little bit. Kind of liked it when it was against the white, but not on its own. Not now it's not kind of against the white. Okay, now let's do some outlining, and I think we'll go with the darkest one, so we'll use number 61 in Tri Plus. I'm just going to follow the lines round. There we go. Make a little bit of dots. do some silver on there somewhere, maybe. There's shape in the middle. I'll do some silver there in a sec. Right now, with the cactus, let's do those really light. So do these two combinations. The beige light. Yeah, with this one, let's go with this. I'm going to use the salmony one, number 26. And then we'll go on the salmon there. Now with the top bits, I think I'm going to do it salmon. Yeah, just do the same. Keep it nice and simple. I'll just wipe it on there. There we go. Right, onto here. Oh, what's up? We haven't done any little silver bits, have we? Oh, we'll do that. So this is another see-through one. So let's just do the same as we did over there. We'll just use the coral and the white because you can see the stalks through there. So it's obviously like meant to be like a glass. And there's the salmon that I've still got here because we've just been doing it there. And let's do just a light green, I think. There we go, and for the top, this is just the pink madder, leaving it a little bit of white. And then you're going to go round it in a mid pink. There we go. Lovely. Right then, might just do a little lines there. Just like I needed it. Right then, so this one, the last one. So what we're going to do in the pot now, what colour haven't we done for a while? Should we use that combination there because that was really nice. That was that one and Was it that one and that one? It was, wasn't it? That one and that one. So it was your number, the pink carmine 127 and the coral. Oh, was it coral or was it salmon? That one and that one, or that one and that one? Oh, it's going to be that one and that one now. I can't actually remember, which is really bad. But we're going to use it anyway. I quite like this colour. I don't really use this one much. I might have to start using it. What's it called again? Pink carmine. Okay. Blend that in a little better. And then on this bit here, I'll do that and then go with the lighter beige one. And outline has got to be done with a medium pink, I think. So we'll do a bit of silver pen work in a minute over a couple of them. What you do need to do to finish, which I'm not going to do, is on the shelf here, just outline in pink, and you can just do a tiny little bit of pink shadow under some of the pots. That's all I did in my original one. Or you can do something else, colour the shelf in totally, or not, do some pointillism on the shelves if you like, or just leave them white. Certainly shows up the colour difference leaving it white. Yep, so just these flowers here now. I think we've gone light. Let's go another dark, like this dark over here, I think. But we'll use the middle purple pink 125. And we'll go around with the darkest Tri Plus. And we will use the we'll use the number 5, just normal green. And then we're done. We're just going to get the silver pen and do a few silver dots. And then we are done. Thank you for joining if you got this far. And please tag me when you've done your pictures, so I can have a look. And I hope you've enjoyed it and got something out of it. Right then, so silver pen. What should we tack with the silver? So this is just my Uniball Signo silver pen that I always use. So I think these definitely, this pot here definitely needs a bit of silver going on around it. There we go. And let's do a few down here. line up here. Don't really have any on there, I don't think. Maybe a little bit on that one as well. And this one, I think you definitely need some. Put a few on there. And a few on the top bit. Yeah, the line across there. And on the bottom one, not much. That's probably enough on that one, isn't it? Do some across there though. There we go. Move it across slightly. So I definitely have some on here. Where else? Unless that one's okay, I think. Last but not least, this part here, and we are done. All done. Thank you very much. Bye.